And things are absolutely plantastic here on the 13th of May 2018 in Essex UK. Had a lot of rain of late, we really have, and a lot of warm weather as well, so a great recipe there for plant growth. And I tell you what, things in this tunnel are flying away, and my runner beans are looking fantastic. And when a man is proud of his runner beans, he wishes to show them. So let's have a look. Look at those. They look brilliant. Look at the growth on them. Scarlet Emperor, best of all. And I think there's another variety down there. But today is not about runner beans as such. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions on melons, bitter melons, so I'm going to answer some of those questions on this video. But what I'm doing is enriching a bed outside for great vegetable nutritious growth, so let's go and have a look at that. Right, so you see in front of me there's a bed here, and this is probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 metres wide and about 1.25 metres, 1.5 metres deep. Now, it is surprising what you can grow in a small space like this, but what you need to do is ensure that the soil quality, the growing medium is good, because, you know, this is not such a good soil under here, because dug down last year and it's all stony, and you get the idea, just not brilliant. I grew some plants in it, and it was only as an afterthought, really, a bit of a giggle, to be honest. And you know, some of the leaves were yellow and they had a bit of nutrient deficiency, you get the idea. But I wasn't bothered because it was just an afterthought. But this year I want it to be not an afterthought, I want it to be what is before an afterthought, which I don't know what the word is, but I want it to be a good quality growing medium. So I'm currently in the process of enriching the soil, and got grass cuttings on here. Grass cuttings can be very good, they're nutritious, so they're, you know, currently composting down. And I've got some bags here of organic garden compost. I'll just zoom in so you can see what it is. I forget the name of it now. Vital Earth, that's it. Yeah, Vital Earth it is. And it's very heavy, and it's in the bags. So be careful lifting it if you suffer from back trouble, which as a gardener, you probably, if you don't, you probably will do eventually. But that's one of those things. So organic compost. Now, very nutritious. Nice bit of body in this as you sort of hold it like that, you know. It's not like a lot of the potting compost, the multi-purpose compost. It's different to that. Lots of nutrients in it and great for plant growth. So I'm going to be enriching it with that, and hopefully going to grow some epic crops in here. So you can see here what I've done is spread it all about the Vital Earth organic compost, mixed it with the grass cuttings. So I'm not going to set into this just yet, but what I want to do is to build up the nutrients. And look, there's a nice worm down here, look. That red wriggler there. Let's zoom in. So when you're enriching flower beds, or vegetable beds in this case, don't be in too much of a rush, you know, to get stuff stuck in. Take your time and think. You know, when you're cooking a dinner, a nice dinner, whatever it may be, generally you don't just chuck everything in, do you? Some people do, but you know, someone who can make a nice curry or something like that doesn't just chuck everything in and hope for the best. It's planned, it's thought about, isn't it? So look at when you're building the soil quality, the soil fertility. Look at thinking about what you're putting in it, and think that those plants that you're going to put in, whatever they may be. You know, if you're putting some courgettes in, you're putting some sweet corn, tomatoes, runner beans in, those plants are going to get their nutrients from that soil. You know, they can't leave and buy their nutrients from somewhere else and bring it back. They've got to get their nutrients from the soil there, the growing medium. Even if you're growing in a pot, think about the quality of the soil. Think of the quality of the food that the plants are eating. And then they will reward you with better food when you eat the plants, or the excusez-moi, or the produce from the plants, the beans, the marrows, whatever. So take your time is the message. And I've had a few people message me about, you know, they've put plants out too early and the plants haven't done that well. And that's the sort of thing we all do. I used to do that all the time. I remember one year I had sweet corn plants outside in the snow, and I put one of them plastic greenhouses, them small ones, plastic cold frames over it to protect them. And I think out of about 10, I got about 4 through the winter, something like that, through the snow. And all that effort of growing them, a lot of it went to waste. So take your time, relax, have fun, enjoy it. Don't be in too much of a rush. Now, if this method of growing interests you, of soil enrichment and building beds such as this, I've got a whole playlist on no-dig beds. And it's an interesting concept, really, and some people find it abhorrent. You know, some of the digging purists out there, as I call them, they hate this method, and they've got their reasons for that. But there's a lot of research out there on the benefits of the no-dig plan, the no-dig method, so to speak, and a good chap to look into if you're interested. I think his name is Charles Dowding, or Dowling, something like that, but I think he's got a YouTube page. He's got multiple books. I read part of one of his books some years ago, and it's some good stuff, and it goes into the science and with regards to building quality of soil and how generally plants are more nutritious if they're being grown in this way. So take a look at it. It might not be for you, and you don't have to do it. You can do your own thing, as I always say, but it's certainly worthy of thought. So look up the no-dig method if you can. Right, let's talk a little bit about melons. Now, had a few people ask me about the bitter melons. Now, yes, you can grow bitter melons here in the UK. I've got multiple videos on the subject, and what I'll do is link them down below so you can have a look at them. Now, the ones I set this year didn't germinate, and the reason for this probably is because they are old seed. I put them in as a little bit of an afterthought. I was busy with other things like runner beans and courgettes and marigolds and geraniums, and you know, you get the idea. So I had some old seed, popped them in, they didn't germinate, but it doesn't matter. So what I did was I ordered some more off of Amazon. So a lot of people have asked me where you get the seeds from. Just look on Amazon.com, or as I say in the US, Amazon.com. Look it up, and I dare say, you know, you'll find what you want, or eBay as well. So yeah. So I've set them. Now, with regards to bitter melons, there's certain people that shouldn't eat them. So do your research on that. But they are said to have good qualities for sufferers of type 2 diabetes. So again, do your research to see if they're suitable for you, but definitely worth growing if that's your thing. Because a lot of people from foreign lands who are living in the UK, you know, they miss them and they want to grow them. So yes, you can grow them, and check out my videos. Now, I found a real gem actually on the internet, and it's a company called the Real Seed Catalogue. Their PO box is in Pembrokeshire, so UK company, and you can tell they're really passionate about their melons. Aren't we all? But £20.78, and I got quite a lot of seeds, so I'll go over there in a minute and show you. And you can really tell that they're passionate about it, and you get this lovely presented bit of paper here talking about each, you know, variety that you've ordered, and you know, how to save them, and they're even encouraging you to save your own seed. So in a way, they're doing themselves out of future sales. So that shows just how much they care about what they do. And have a look at their website, and you'll see it talks about seeds, talk about a little bit about the seed industry. So definitely worth looking at. And I'll just show you these lovely little packets here. You can just tell that some real nice care has been taken, you know, with regards to these. So the varieties I've ordered are Minnesota Midget, small cantaloupe melon from 1948. I ordered Blacktail Mountain, early watermelon. Five desserts from Bulgaria. Eden's Gem from 1905. Prescott Fond Blanc, French. Now these look very interesting. Now these are from the 1800s and they are drought tolerant, so very interesting. Petit Grain d'Airain, I presume that's how you say it. If there's anyone who speaks French or someone from France reading that, listening to this, please correct me. Sweet Granite. Cantaloupe Melon, Collective Farm Woman, and I might be going through them again. So yeah, so you know, some really nice varieties here. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm not going to set them all because I haven't got room for them, but I'll keep some of them for next year. I might give some of these away, but a lot of it was I wanted to purchase these and I wanted to support this company because I just like them. It's a really nice attitude, and you know, it all arrives lovely healthy looking seeds. Let's see if I can show you the quality of the seeds that have arrived. Look. Look lovely, don't they? So really good quality seeds, and I can just tell by their, you know, their general website just how much they care about this subject. So I was very happy about that. Now, another one for you to have a look at. I've had these in the windowsill propagators, so they're a bit leggy, but that's not the end of the world. And these were my bargain little seeds, and what these are is, I'm always forgetting things. What was it? These are Sugar Baby, variety Sugar Baby. So I'm going to put these out in the polytunnel now, let them thicken up a bit. So I'm going to put some of them in. Look quite good, don't they? So you may be thinking, where is Dan going to put all these melons? So as I stated before, what I'm going to do is just grow a few of these, maybe one or two of each, and save the rest hopefully for next year, or give the rest away, whatever. But what I'm going to do is grow some of them in some tubs like I did. I might even, when these runner beans are out of here, I might even have a bit of room down here for some tubs of them here. I might even trail some along the floor, I don't know yet. But one thing I'm thinking of doing is purchasing like a sort of plastic outside small polytunnel, small greenhouse thing. I'll try and find one on the internet somewhere, just a small one, and grow some in some tubs in there. So certainly all sorts going on here, and just hoping that the weather's going to, you know, hold out. We still could get a frost theoretically, although it's getting increasingly unlikely. Weather has turned a bit colder, but hopefully we will continue how we are. So I hope that update was handy. It's really growing, this what do you call it, this grapevine here, this autumn royal grapevine, really putting out some growth. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this update, and if there's anything you want to know, I'm sorry if I'm not responding to questions as quickly as I could. I've been, you know, very busy with work and all this sort of thing at the moment, and getting everything going. A very busy time for a gardener this time of year, but hopefully you know, what generally happens is in midsummer things calm down a bit, so they'll have a bit more time. My mate Dan will be hopefully back soon, and he'll be doing the next video, filming the next video, so hopefully a bit better quality. But as you know, I'm not a techie guy, so I just stick the camera up and film away. But at least I've graduated from the mobile phone camera now, and I've even got a tripod, so isn't that absolutely plantastic? Take care and speak soon.